On today's 15 on 15, Carnival groups demand SOC president and board members to step down immediately. Plus, the misconception on the health benefits of sea salt compared to table salt. And it is all about reviving the go-karting sport in Aruba. Why the effort by the Prime Minister? And can the activity benefit Aruba's economy? Let's find out on today's 15 on 15. Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I'm Yentl Lieuw. We are taking 15 on 15 on location today out onto L.G. Smith Boulevard because it is relevant to our very first story. Carnival season may be over for now, but the legal issues are just beginning. Every Carnival group, with the exception of two, has signed a legal letter petitioning for SOC, Aruba's official Carnival foundation, to step down within 72 hours. ATV was able to get a copy of the official letter that was sent to SOC. Translated to English, the letter implies a motion of distrust from Carnival groups demanding for members on the board of SOC to step down and resign within 72 hours. Dozens of reasons as to why the groups are demanding this was outlined. Basically, the group feels the board of SOC has run its course and is no longer contributing optimally to the Carnival events. The group also feels that SOC is not complying with their responsibilities. The Carnival groups do not have an efficient working relationship with the president of SOC or the members on the board. Copies of the letter were also given to all stakeholders and sponsors of Carnival. This includes the Parliament of Aruba, SATAR, Aruba Bank, Aruba Tourism Authority, Romar Trading, and the Musica Foundation. There are more than 20 signatures on the letter. They include predominantly all the Carnival groups and miscellaneous partners such as Bacchanal and Purple Entertainment Group. TOB did not sign the letter, reason being they will no longer be participating in any parades, therefore felt it was irrelevant for them to be involved. As for Meta Social Group, they are undecided on the situation as well as their stance. The government on the island, together with Aruba Airport Authority, has been placing a tremendous amount of focus on implementing pre-clearance systems. Recently, the private aviation inaugurated the U.S. Customs and Border Patrol. The next step is to have a European pre-clearance at Reina Beatrix. Prime Minister Mike Eamon reassured that having pre-clearance systems on the island does not make it any less secure. Clearing customs and immigration in Aruba first, rather than in the U.S., simply makes it more convenient for travelers. In no way is the procedure done on the island less secure.
Not that the inspection is less of the immigration or the custom officers for entering the United States, but the fact that you are placing it in Aruba gives also an important statement of confidence, because part of the security is also based on the treaty on the responsibility of Aruba, like policing the whole area is a very important responsibility based on the pre-clearance treaty that Aruba has to uphold, and that naturally is a very important part of the cooperation between Aruba and the United States.
With Aruba having such great success with the United States on pre-clearance systems, the Prime Minister is hoping this will give European officials more of an incentive to approve allowing an EU pre-clearance facility in Aruba's Reina Beatrix Airport.
The fact that we have this model operating in Aruba also has made it possible for us to make the argument towards the Dutch that we could also introduce such a facility in Aruba for passengers going to the EU. And we are now in the process of negotiating with the Netherlands and the EU the creation of a EU pre-clearance facility in Aruba.
Prime Minister Mike Eamon informs that come May, a very important meeting is scheduled between the Prime Minister as well as the President of KLM, the President of Schiphol, and an officer from Customs and Immigration of EU, and they will of course be discussing the possibility of having a pre-clearance European right here in Aruba. Now, Aruba's agreement with the Dutch Kingdom includes a marine base being situated on the island. This sort of security and entitlement requires both partners to do their part in order to make it work. Lieutenant Yentl Lieuw, the commanding officer at the marine base in Savanetta, elaborates further.
The strength is a Marine Corps company. But that's not only it. There's also the Arubian militia. We have, of course, the Coast Guard. And together we work with a plan to strengthen the security and stability on Aruba. We can do it by exercises, by training together with the Aruba Ports Authority, the airport, security operations for the Kia, the web, all kinds of what I call possible strategic objectives, and make sure that we cooperate, exercise, train with civilian organizations, government, non-government, for security stability of Aruba.
And on that note, we will be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back from the break. We are taking 15 on 15 outside the studio today. Now here is a health question for you to kickstart our lifestyle segment. Which is better for you, sea salt or table salt? If you've read any health articles recently, you would say sea salt. It has been getting quite the reputation. Experts are claiming it has plenty of nutrients, but is it actually healthier? Let's find out. Sea salt is the latest food to be crowned with a health hollow. But the truth is, the only difference between sea salt and table salt or kosher salt are the cut and size of the crystals. When sea salt is being made, it is cut so the grains are coarser and larger. But that doesn't make it any better for you. The sodium level is the same as table salt, and even though marketers might claim sea salt contains healthy minerals, the amounts are too minuscule to matter. So the lesson here is, if you read or hear people referring to how much greater sea salt is than regular salt, well, just take that information with a grain of salt. And moving forward, let's face it, Monday is not everyone's favorite day of the week. There is definitely no saying referring to TGIM, but the start of the weekday does have one secret upside. Monday is the best day to make healthy eating changes. It is the day of the week people feel more motivated to try to reach a health-related goal, especially when it comes to eating better. One study found that 57% of us view Monday as an opportunity for a fresh start, and other research suggests that it is easier to track progress when you begin at the start of the week. Experts say there is something powerful about dedicating the first day of every week to health. Research shows most people start healthful behaviors on a Monday, and get this, Google searches for health-related terms spike on Mondays. And continuing on with your lifestyle segment, turning the page over to expensive burgers. How much is the cap to the maximum amount of money you would spend on a patty? Well, in New York City, you may be tempted to throw $250 at an indulgence burger. Check out what's in it. A restaurant located inside a hotel in New York has created the most expensive burger in the city. Named the Indulgence Burger, the patty is Kobe beef marinated with truffle oil. Heirloom tomatoes are another ingredient. And when it comes to a burger, who can forget about foie gras? And of course, there is pancetta, and topped off with caviar as well, white truffle. The chef actually said they thought about charging $999 for the burger, but realized that no one would buy it then. For $250, they assumed that some people may buy it and split it up. If you are ever in New York City and want to get your hands around that pricey burger, go to Beer and Buns Restaurant and Bar. Despite the price on that particular meal, the restaurant actually has Pan-Asian inspired burgers and sliders ranging from $12 to $17. Now that is more like it. We will have much more when we come back. Take a look to see what is coming up next. Prime Minister Ayman is working diligently to revive the go-karting sport on the island. A memorandum of understanding was signed between three stakeholders to further expand and renovate a go-kart track in order to create more racers in Aruba and to bring more racers from abroad here. The signing of the go-karting MOU represents Eagle Karting will work with world champion go-karter Peter De Bruin to generate more hype and productivity for the island regarding the sport. Part of this agreement includes an official institute in the planning.
Fits also within the government's vision to have more activities here in Aruba that also have a attraction towards our region. And the idea is to have a karting school or a karting institute named after Mr. Peter de Bruin. It would be the Peter de Bruin Karting Institute, established here in Bushiri, Aruba, that will give classes in driving and engineering karts, and also it will be an important contribution for international races in the future.
The factors listed on the MOU for all parties to work on are geared towards building a better economy of Aruba. The sport and the institution is believed to be commodities.
The plan will be to begin with a karting school or institute on the island, here on the track. That has a lot of positive with this, because we will get new riders for the sport, more interested people. We will get people from other places that will come to Aruba because of the big name of Peter de Bruin. But also we will do work on plannings for the track, making the track a little bit bigger.
In order for Aruba's go-kart tracks to be qualified for official races, it needs to be expanded. Once expanded, it will open up more doors for tourism.
We will work on making the track a little bit bigger, so it has to be like, right now it's a 1,000-meter track, but if you make it like 1,300 track, then it will be a level A track, so we can do a world championship, a winter tour, where you can get karters from all over the world. And that will be a good exposure for the sport of karting, but not only the sport, but also the economy of Aruba, bringing more people to Aruba.
One of the goals in reviving go-karting is to get future generations on board.
With this opportunity we have and the establishment of the PDB Racing Institute, Karting Institute, I think we have a good chance to give the sport a good promotion, to help the children from Aruba to get involved in karting. The children out of the region have a good opportunity to come to go to the school, to get involved in the sport, and hopefully we can give them a good life experience for the future.
There is a lot of emphasis placed on the go-karting sport recently. According to the Prime Minister, the activity used to be much more popular on the island than it is today. The goal is to bring that ambiance back because there is potential economic opportunities. And that is it for us today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back here on Wednesday night with a brand new edition of 15 on 15, so we will see you then.